Hey, what's up YouTube? Back in the Focus ST video. Yes, I said another Focus ST video. Let me start this video off by saying I am extremely hot in this car right now. Look at this. Look at this. I bought a little washcloth to just dab off the little dabs, you know what I'm saying? Do little dabs of the sweat because it is hot in here. It is hot outside. It's February. It's the winter time and it's hot. Is it still winter time officially? I don't even know. It doesn't really matter here in Georgia anyways. But okay, so I created this video because a couple of you have hit me up asking me how my car has held up. Now, a lot of you guys found out about this channel because 2 years ago I started creating videos where I was talking about how unreliable the car was. I was upset about the car and I was just saying all this stuff about it because I had engine issues, and I'll explain in a little bit. Since then, those videos are gone. I've gotten rid of those videos. I do not have that opinion about the Focus ST anymore. And in those videos I stated an opinion about the Focus ST. It was an unpopular opinion. I could care less that it was unpopular or not. I don't care. It was my opinion at the time and I stated it. I can care less about all the thumbs down and all that. And that's just anything for any future video. If I state my opinion in a video and it gets thumbs down, I really don't care. So don't think you need to come to the video and thumb it up because I really don't care about sensitive people out there. So, but the reason those videos are gone now is because the car has been fine and I do not share that opinion. I don't have that opinion anymore about the Focus ST. So that's why I've gotten rid of those videos. So, if you came to the channel after the fact, and let me just say too, I'm here at the park and it's like after school and I don't want kids to start showing up. Like I had to come to this location because where I usually film videos at, it was just a little bit too rambunctious. I don't like people seeing me make these videos. It's just a part of me. I don't like it. So now you came to the channel late, you're wondering what's going on. What are you talking about? Well, I'm gonna show you some stuff later on too in post-production. I'll show you some of the sheets that I have from the dealership. But around this time in 2016, my car was having issues. Actually, no, the issues started in December of 2015. It was like late 2015, the issue started. And I had a check engine light. At that time, I didn't have a code reader. At that time, I was very, I didn't really know anything about, I can't say I didn't know anything about cars, but I wasn't the person that I am now. I'll just say that. I didn't have a code reader and I had to take it to the, good Lord. I took it to AutoZone, that was Advanced Auto Parts. They did the thing and they were like, oh, this is, no, actually, no, that first time I took it to the dealership because I was like, what is this? We just got this car 2 months ago, like what is going on? So I took it to the dealership and they did what they needed to do. They said they needed to update the PCM, and so they did that. The second time, it was around February that I had the second check engine light come on, and I took it to Advanced Auto Parts and the guy was like, oh, this is a random misfire check engine light, this car is brand new. Like he was, you know, filling up my head with the same stuff. You know how people, you know how you're upset and people start, well, you know, you should do this and this and this. I'm guilty of it. I do it all the time. That's the kind of what he was doing. I was like, yeah, you right. You know, this is a brand new car. You know, it was that kind of thing. So I took it to the dealership. They did what they needed to do. Actually, no, I took it to the dealership. Let me not say that. It took a minute before I even heard anything. So they ended up getting back to me and they were like, okay, here's the issue. This check engine light is, like you said, it's for random misfires. It's on startup. It was a random misfire check engine light on startup. And there were a couple of other codes that were thrown too that weren't put into the documents that I have. But I later went back to the dealership and I saw some of the papers they had. They had a bunch of codes on there. That's the lady was like, this is what it is. You need to, what we're gonna do is do a compression test. I said, all right. So she hit me up a couple days later and was like, okay, the car like miserably failed the compression test. So this is what we need to do. We're gonna do an engine tear down. I'll get back with you later on. I'll let you know what happens from that. We're gonna tear the engine down and I'll let you know. I was like, all right. Like at the time, I'm like, yo, this is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It's a brand new car. It's ridiculous. So a couple days later, they do the tear down and she gets back with me and she's like, all right, so here's the issue. Your car has a cracked cylinder head. So she was trying to be all sympathetic and stuff too, because you know, I'm like, yo, I'm fuming. Like this is a brand new car. Nobody's happy. So we end up getting a loaner because we went back to the dealership and was like, look, we just had this car for a couple of months and it's already having issues. We need a loaner. They ended up giving us a loaner, and in that first video that you guys seen, it was a Ford Explorer, and the second loaner that I had was Ford Focus. That's how I was able to do that Ford Focus review, because that was a second loaner for a different issue. So yeah, that was the loaner car was a Ford Explorer that I had. I drove that around for what, 3.5 weeks? Almost 4 weeks. It was almost a full month. Okay, so once I had the bad news about the cracked cylinder head, what they ended up doing was just replacing the short block. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you all the stuff that they did in post-production. I'll go ahead and scan the sheet or take a picture of the sheet and just show you guys on screen like right now. And I want you guys to just take a look at all the stuff that they did. It ended up costing $5,000. Not for me, obviously, but that's what the cost was. Now, if you heard me say I had a Ford Focus for a second issue, and that was because I ended up taking the dealership back two more times for different reasons. But the reasons were mostly because of when they repaired the engine, when they rebuilt the engine. It was a good job that they did, but you know, they still kind of skimped. You can tell they skimped on some places, and it showed with the way that the car performed. Now, one of the things that I ended up taking it back for was because the hose for the coolant hose was not on tight. And one day I was just driving. I was driving to school because I was still in school at that time. I was driving to school and all I heard was right. And the car started running like crazy. All I could smell was coolant, and I was right by the school, so I just kept driving to school. I was so close anyways, you know, you really shouldn't do that, but I was so close to the school, I ended up making it to the parking spot and cut the car off. As it did that, the temperature you see down here on this gauge, it shot all the way up to hot. So that was one of the reasons why I had to take the car back, because of that stuff. But the second, like I was saying, those other reasons was mostly because issues with them having to rebuild the engine instead of issues like with the car itself, you know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff wasn't because of the car being unreliable. So what ended up happening besides all of that though was Ford ended up paying 1 month of the payment for the car, and I have a free extended warranty on this car. So that's what happened with Ford. Yeah, a lot of you were just wondering, so I wanted to hit you guys up. Ever since then, the car has been running fine. After taking it back to, I'm sorry if I'm saying a lot too. After taking the car back to the dealership because of, you know, just issues about them having to rebuild it, I never had an issue since. No check engine lights. I've tuned it now. I never had a real issue like that. So the car has been fine, very reliable ever since that time, but that was the issue originally. And I don't know, some of you guys are just wondering, so I wanted to hit you guys up and let you know. I had to give you that backstory for those of you who don't know. But no issues since then. Tuned on Stratified. I have my own kind of issues with Stratified at the moment, but that has nothing to do with the car. The car runs fine. My pops and crackles and stuff from the 8.0 tune were great. The tune is running great. The 8.0 tune is running great. I have more confidence in the car. I will say I still don't drive the car as hard as I would like to, as hard as other people do, just because I'm still not 100% confident in it. Let's just be real. I'm not 100% confident in the car, but I am more confident in the car that it is a reliable machine, and it has gotten me to different places. Ever since then, it's been 2 years, lots of miles, and it works great. I don't know what that horn was, but if something does happen from now and, you know, later on, I'll let y'all know. You ain't gotta worry about that. You ain't gotta worry about it. Y'all be making the first video on that, and the video gonna get all the thumbs down it's gonna get, because a lot of people gonna be upset, but I don't care. That's the story. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any more questions, I think I said it all in the video. If you have any more questions though, hit me up in the comment section. If you just have a video idea, hit me up in the comment section. I gotta stop talking so fast. Next week's videos will be a little bit different. I will try to do a couple of car videos too. Well, from next week, for the next like maybe month or so. I'm gonna switch gears a little bit and start doing more phone video. I want to do more phone videos, and I have something special coming in. So I want to focus on that because technology is my first love. I do like cars, obviously, but it's torque and tech, and I haven't done a tech video in a long time. I'm a huge nerd, a huge tech geek. I mean, y'all know that. The people that know me personally, y'all know that I really love technology. That's my first love. So I want to get back into doing more tech videos. So yeah, so more tech videos, and you know, of course, car content too, because I have some videos that I recorded with the homies that I need to go ahead and get up to. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next week for a special phone video. I'm gone.
Dance with my dogs in the nighttime. Trap with the chickens like Popeye. Money changing colors like Tide.